Hello everyone, happy Friday. It is February 16th, 2024. My name is Kyle, and this is Maker Notes. Today, Mrs. Olson has the day off, I guess. It's just you and me talking about this fun project. So there is a hat, and I have the sample here, but that's a picture right there of Ashley wearing this gorgeous hat. Kat just finished it. It is called the Musselburgh hat. It is by Isolde Teague, and it comes in lots of different sizes. So this happens to be the adult medium. There's one more size that's a little bit larger than this, but the adult medium is this. It is a double layered hat. So this is what it looks like when you put it all together. It starts at the beginning, that's where everything begins, right? It begins at the beginning and there's lots of increases, and you'll work your way down the hat until you get into just knitting in the round. They use maybe a 16-inch circular or however you want to knit, and then you keep going. So this hat is a long tube, and then you'll start to decrease, and you do decreases that are very similar to the increases, and then you end with the same like tiny little number of stitches, and then one of these points tucks inside into the other, and you end up with a hat that looks like that. So the adult medium, which is this sample, used 2 balls of this yarn here, and this is color 5723. This is called Cashmere Queen. It's a beautiful yarn from Scheppel that is 45% merino, 35% cashmere, and 20% silk. And in this little 50-gram ball, there are 153 yards. So this yarn is what's called a pre-felt. So this is a process that Scheppel has developed that makes it so that a single ply yarn like this will doesn't get as pilly as other similar single ply yarns might. So it's a very interesting yarn. It is super soft, of course, because it's got so much cashmere in it, and there's some sheen in it from the silk. So it is a really lovely, it's a lovely yarn, and it's 15% off. So we're gonna do 15% off this yarn now through Sunday, which is the 18th. And if you buy 2 or more balls of the yarn, you'll have enough to make the hat. Buy 2 or more, and we're gonna give you this hat pattern as a gift. How do we do that? Well, we buy the pattern through Ravelry for you. So if you have a Ravelry name, let us know what that is, and we'll put the pattern in your library. But if you don't use Ravelry or you don't have a Ravelry account, that is fine too. We will just use the email address you use when you check out to complete the order. We'll send the pattern to the email address that you use at checkout, and then we'll also, either way, we'll print a copy of it for you and put it in a little protective sleeve, and we'll include it with the yarn so you have the yarn and the pattern all ready to go when you're ready to cast on. What else? What was I going to tell you? Oh, the colors. We should talk about colors, right? So I showed you the one that, the sample that Kat did. This is a beautiful lilac color. This is color 3543. It's a beautiful sort of sheen to that. You can start to see the sheen in this one. If you like, this one really does show the sheen. This is color 7873, and look at that. Isn't that awesome? So it's really beautiful yarn. It is a lovely yarn. If you want to make a little baby hat, you probably only need one of these, but buy a couple colors and make a couple little baby hats. The pattern also, because it's Isolde, has lots of information about customizing as well. So you're able to make this hat really your own. You could also stripe it, I suppose. You could do all kinds of stuff. This is a beautiful red. This is color 1303. And again, 15% off of Cashmere Queen. I'll show you this one. This is 7181, sort of a straw kind of color. And then there's this lighter, sort of more silvery. This is 7130. It's more of a beige color. So those are the ones that we pulled. There's a lot more options to choose from on the website. So again, 15% off Cashmere Queen now through Sunday. Buy 2 or more of this really awesome yarn, and you're going to get the Musselburgh hat pattern as a gift. Also in the newsletter, down at the very bottom, you're going to see some mosaic gauntlets that were designed by Brian Kohler. They're also using the same yarn, this Cashmere Queen. That pattern is a free pattern. You just click on the picture or the button, and you'll be able to download that file as a gift. That pattern has both charted and written instructions for the mosaic knitting, and it is courtesy of our friends at Skacel. So that's pretty exciting. So you could do a pair of gauntlets with 2 balls of this yarn. You could make a matching hat with 2 more, or buy 3 of one color and 1 of another, and you could do a solid hat and then some mosaic gauntlets. That could be really cool as well. What else is in the newsletter? The return to the fold. So the zippered bag, this is the zippered one. This is Anton Mauve. It's a really beautiful little painting that I just love. And this is kind of the right size, I think, for smaller projects like hats and gauntlets, that kind of stuff. It's a zippered bag. So inside, of course, it's easy to take those 2 balls of yarn and tuck them in here, and the project can live in here very easily into a larger bag and go with you wherever you're going. So we have a few of these available if you're interested in this bag. We print these and sew them in our studio, which is kind of lovely. They are machine washable if you want. You can machine wash and tumble them dry. Just a quick press to make them nice and crisp again, and you'll be good to go if you happen to ever get anything on one. So that is the lovely bag that's in the newsletter. Then we have more copies, yay, of Knitting California. This is an awesome book from Nancy Bates. There's 26 different hat patterns in here, and these are celebrating California. There's, of course, a Golden Gate Bridge one, but you get to learn a lot about the different areas. Like this one is focusing on Southern California. And Nancy did such a great job of just taking the best out of an area. Here's a Gold Country hat. Look how pretty that is. So if you're interested in doing some interesting, fun color work, color work, check this book out. It is beautifully bound. I think this is her 2nd book. Yeah. Oh, here's Death Valley. Look how cool this is. It is just an amazing, amazing landscape, and this is how Nancy translated it. Super cool. So check this book out if you're interested in learning more about California and knitting your way through this awesome, beautiful state. Of course, there's a Golden Gate Bridge. There it is on the cover, and the state flower as well. Then what else? Oh, the last thing I'll talk about. So we had a great time with Brandon Mabley. Thank you so much, Brandon, for hanging out with us. We spent an hour on Tuesday morning because Brandon is in London, which put him at like 4 or 5 o'clock, I think, in the evening. So we had an AM Maker's Night. It was recorded, which is really awesome, and it is living on our YouTube channel. So if you follow us on YouTube, you may have received a little notice that has happened. You're able to watch that at your leisure. Make sure you give it a like. Make sure you're following us on YouTube as well, and that will let you know when videos like this one go live. We do these videos twice a week. They are part of our newsletter, which I also encourage you to sign up for because it has all the links that I'm talking about, right? So what else? Oh, Red Alder. So this week we are at Red Alder. So Thursday we were there, we're here today. Saturday and Sunday we'll be here as well. The marketplace is free. It's in Tacoma, Washington, just outside of Seattle or south of Seattle. And the marketplace is free. So if you are local or in the area within a driving distance, I encourage you to come check out this market. It is really lovely. Make sure you come say hello to us as well. We have a couple things that we may have snuck in our marketplace only, so you can check those out if you are in the area. And I think that's it, my friends. So have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Be sure to do something kind for yourself, as I always say, something good for yourself over the weekend, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.